I need
Is that something we're doing? What is it?
sparkling water. It's an AHA water.
What flavor? Citrus and green tea.
Over the weekend, I watched Doctor Strange.
As did I.
And Chandra watched Doctor Strange as well. She's wrong. My critique is right. Take it away, Chandra.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
Scale of 1 to 10. Give me. In my opinion, Marvel movies are not. They're their own thing, their own genre. Mm-hmm. So scale of 1 to 10 on Marvel movies. 10 being like.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Endgame was a 10.
Yeah.
That was like. I mean, I cried. It was great.
He's a baby.
I laughed too. I didn't cry the whole time. Push play 3 hours. No. Okay. So 10 being Endgame. 1 being Captain Marvel. For me, I will give Doctor Strange. I'll give Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
I never would have came up with the title.
Well, I'm plugged in. I'm a sucker. A 6.
No, I was really thinking. It triggered my brain. Like
a 6?
I was thinking hard how I really felt, I think
it might be even less than that for me.
It was so different from what I thought it was going to be. I went in there with, action movie expectations, which tons of action, but it was so different than what I thought that day I was like a 3 or 4, very unhappy. And then since then, though, I'd put it up closer 7 or 8.
See, and now I would take it back. Now that you say that, I would probably be closer to I was trying to be generous and fair. I think it's like a 5 or a 4 to me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And we'll dive into the reasons why. But you were talking about pacing because you were talking about the action and stuff like that. This is stuff we can talk about without spoilers. All right. So
barely.
One of the best things about Doctor Strange, in my opinion, is the runtime. It's only 2 hours. That sounds bad. Like, the good thing is it was short.
Oh, I like a good long movie.
Right, but the thing is, I've watched so many freaking long movies here recently, and I didn't like all of them. The pacing, it was good to see a movie that was 2 hours long, and that's it. Like that, and because of that, though, I felt like it had to jump right into the action. I felt like I was in that movie 2 seconds, and it was just like it's like a Foo Fighters concert. It's just nonstop.
Well, sometimes when something starts out with so much action, it's because they know it's going to slow down and they want you to feel like you got something and now you can watch a little bit of story develop and then they go back to action. But this one was pretty action-packed the whole time, but in a good way.
Good and bad. My takeaway from that is there's not much character development when you have that much plot.
Yeah.
Like me and Joel talk about it. It's like you have movies that are plot, and it's not really focused on like the significance of certain relationships. Like you can't build these characters and there's no like revelatory moments for the characters. It's just like, here's these big colorful characters that you know and love. Boom, the scenario.
Well, I think the Marvel, it does cater to people who know more about what's going on.
Fan service.
Yeah. Whereas I come into it, I don't know anything about the comic books. I don't know the lore behind the Scarlet Witch. Like, I don't know anything.
Again, I think...
And
sorry.
I felt like I didn't watch WandaVision, and I felt I felt like I didn't understand some of the things that was happening because I didn't watch that.
Spoiler alert, kind of, but not really.
No, it's saying
if you didn't
watch
WandaVision, you're going to be a little. And since I'm recommending you boycott Disney, you may just have to watch a review of WandaVision, or
download it illegally.
Maybe we should. And while you're at it, come into the country illegally.
No, Clifton. How did you make that political?
It's directed by Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi did the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man series.
Okay.
So
the crappy one. Okay.
No, it was good except for Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, I could have done without emo Spider-Man Tobey Maguire.
I agree.
Ugh. Anyways, Multiverse of Madness, somewhere between a 4 and a 6 to me. Chandra says upwards of an 8 or whatever.
4 to 8.
You got to narrow it down some.
It was a 4 the first day. It's probably an 8 now.
If you're watching and you're thinking that the first few minutes of this whole thing were wasted for you, understood at this point in the game. Now we're going to dive into some spoilers.
Yes. So, Doctor Strange dies.
Now we're going to dive into some real spoilers.
Can I say something first?
Yes. Yes.
What I wanted to say is, I thought it was just going to be an action movie. And it was a horror movie.
Oh, yes.
There was possession and zombies. It I guess where she's a Scarlet Witch and you deal with supernatural stuff, it went full supernatural spirit world horror stuff. It was PG-13 though.
No, okay.
So I wouldn't take little kids.
Yeah, it's a horror movie. You said you wouldn't take little kids. We took our children.
It's a funny one, but
we took our children, and I almost walked out because I didn't get to screen it before.
Yeah.
Before
you didn't anticipate the content that was coming.
I did not anticipate possession, undead, people getting severed in half.
And when she was chasing them down that tunnel, that was
just
terrifying.
Totally terrifying stuff, like demonic looking, like spirits of the damned, they called them in the movie, and they very much look like that. It was, I mean, if I take it into context with like Harry Potter and stuff like that, that's pretty creepy too at times. So it was kind of that vibe, but this was like jump scares, the whole
There was jump
deal.
scares, yeah.
So yeah, I came really close to walking out. The issues,
not because you're scared, but
no,
because it's inappropriate for your
I had
kids.
Yeah. There's
I love
even
this for you.
I came close to walking out, man. Almost peed. Benedict Cumberbatch does an excellent job, as always, as Doctor Strange. He is that guy, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not. He comes borderline to the way that Robert Downey Jr. is with Iron Man, in my opinion. Like, I'll always associate. It's different with Spider-Man. I might see any of the Spider-Mans. It's not necessarily just Tom Holland, but Doctor Strange and Iron Man, they're ones that are pretty iconic as those actors.
I apologize.
That's all right. Do your thing. Early on in the movie, there is a little bit to do with the message, which America has 2 moms.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I don't mind representation when it has a purpose.
Well,
When there's necessity for it.
And then it has to be consistent to me. Like, she had 2 moms in this, but she came from like this frou-frou hippie universe where it didn't seem like there was much technology like at first. From what I saw of it, like it was all like woodlands or something. And I'm like, well, how did they get the sperm? Like nowadays we're technologic. Technologically advanced.
The Matrix is broken. Give her a moment.
Technologically advanced. And, they're trying to make sperm out of a woman's hip bone and crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in her universe, that couldn't happen. How'd she get 2 moms?
Again, I just explain it as they wanted to make one of the universes where there are no men, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I got a little bit of the woke message and stuff, but mostly I was more concerned about the spiritual message.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing: if it's part of the plot, it's part of the plot. I don't necessarily care about the woke messaging if there's a necessity for it.
I didn't watch WandaVision. I don't know this cartoon thing. I feel like you're a little left out if you don't know these behind the scene things.
They are since the death of Stan Lee. It does feel like, and this can be good or bad depending on how you take it. Disney's building their own Marvel brand universe. So if you don't watch some of Marvel's or Disney's series on Disney Plus, you're gonna miss things in the movie. I think they're doing that on purpose.
I like more standalone things that you don't have to know all the backstory and stuff to enjoy.
Well, and that was a frustrating thing to me. Like, it's obviously a deliberate move to keep people invested in Disney Plus. Why was this like that? Well, had you seen WandaVision? No. Well, I need to watch WandaVision. So I think it's a deliberate move that they're creating their own sort of universe in this Phase 4 or Phase 5, whatever it is at this point in the game. You were saying it would have been funny in Doctor Strange if they'd had the Ghostbusters in there because there's so much spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been out of place.
No.
Here's the deal. The movie was so over the top. This is one thing I will say. I will say that
I'll watch it again around Halloween.
I feel like it was a little campy because it was so...
Yeah.
Because they're like alternate universes, and they really played into that and made it so over the top that I feel like it just went a little too far. It went too far in like the colorful, campy, goofy direction. It went too far in the spiritual...
Yeah.
possession, demonic, undead thing, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it went too far into that to be suitable for children. It went too far into the campy side to be suitable for just adults, in my opinion. I feel like it's a product, and it's the product of Disney trying to set up their next phase or whatever they want to do. Because of that, Doctor Strange fell flat for me. It was a lot of action, not enough character building, in my opinion. The pacing was great because it's 2 hours, lots of action. It's told its story, one and done, boom. But I think they're so interested in building their universe and setting up sequels and that kind of stuff that I felt like it was... I don't know if they paid enough attention to the story of this particular film being standalone.
Watch it and let us know what you think, but don't take children.
Yeah, do not take your kids, I don't think, unless they're much older, unless they're
12, 13, 14.
13, yeah, somewhere up in there. Because it's not, I don't think it's suitable for them. If I had it to do over again, I would not watch it before taking my kids to watch it because it was just, I wish I had screened it beforehand. So yeah, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Kind of disappointing to me. You enjoyed it.
At first I hated it, and now I like it.
Okay. But and I'll say this: I'm a comic fan, comic nerd.
Yeah, I just enjoy a good movie.
So, as a comic fan,
as someone with better taste.
Yes, as a comic fan and someone with better taste. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Let's Talk About It. This was so much fun to do. Also, remember that Big Little Church, new episodes are coming out every single week. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share these posts around. Share the material. Support independent content and keep being awesome because that's how God made you. Let's talk about it.